Hey everybody, what's up? So I wanted to make a video of a little trick that I use here. What I have a disc here, and I want to drill a hole in the center of it. So it sounds kind of easy, but sometimes people get tripped up with stuff like this. This is for a bike, and it's going to actually be on mounted to the wheel, so you don't want it wobbling back and forth. You don't want your hole to be off center. So this is kind of a trick that I do to find the center of a disc. Something that you can't. I want to drill into this disc side, so it's kind of hard to measure exactly. To get a hole exactly right. So I'm just going to go through the steps here that I use. I've done a little bit of it already, so I can kind of maybe do it one-handed. So need a compass and straight edge. I have a big straight edge here. You can't see it, but so first thing you want to do is get the diameter of the entire thing, and again, it's kind of hard to do one-handed, but this ends up being almost exactly 10 inches across. So what I did is I laid out a cross, and you can get as exact as you want with this kind of stuff. You can get a square and make a cross if you want. I just kind of eyeballed it with the ruler. But basically, you make a cross, and then we measured the disc was 10 inches across. So what you want to do is make some marks here, measuring from the center of the cross. You split the difference, which would be 5 inches. So you make a mark 5 inches at each spot on the cross. And the reason you do that is so for the next step, when you lay this down on here, that's so you can make sure the cross is centered right in the center of the disc. So if you get that centered up, so you can, I may have been too precise, but you want to be able to see each mark. Like you can see the one down here. I can barely see this one here. That one's covered up a little bit, but so it's pretty close. I can see that one there. So I know I've got that centered on this cross now. And then what you want to do, and I might screw it up a little bit because I'm doing it one-handed. Basically, you want to hold the center of this, and then take the point of your compass and put it on the line where your mark is. Now this is where it might move a little bit because I'm only doing it one-handed. And then you can either try to get it exactly centered, but you really don't have to. I'm going to go a little shy of center with it, just to show you how you could do it no matter what. But so you get your compass on the point there, and then you just sort of make a sweeping mark enough that you can see, and you just do that with all four corners. Make another mark. Now, this is an old disc, but it'll come off anyways. I mean, it's aluminum, so it's, these marks will all come off of it. So make one up here. It's kind of hard to video and do at the same time, but there's one there, and then do your fourth one. Oops, not paying attention to what I'm doing. Actually, I am paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm not paying attention to what I'm filming, so you may not be able to see some of it. But so you basically get 4 marks like that, and what it gives you is a little, almost a square in the center. And from there, you can take. Actually, I don't have a really good straight edge. What you want is like a little straight edge, and what you're going to do is you basically draw a line between these two corners and a line between these two corners, so you'll get an X in the center of this, and the center of that X is your the exact center of your disc. I should have lined that up, but I didn't. But so I'll freehand it, and it'll kind of show you what it's supposed to look like. It won't be exact, but basically get something like that. And of course, there's a big mark right in the middle of this, so it's not going to be easy to see, anyways. But so you're going to end up with something like this. Now I'm going to go and do this again, when I actually do it. But it's going to look like that. And then right here where those intersect, that should be the exact center of your disc. And then what I do is I take, for metal like this, I would take a center punch and punch right in the center of that. And then when you start drilling, you're drilling into the exact center of your disc. And it's just kind of a quick way, you can put as little or as much time into it as you want. If you want to make it easier to see, you can make a box around these marks here, so you can tell you got your thing exactly centered. But just looking at it, it looks like it's pretty close to the center, and it should be exact. And making this little square like this, I think, is easier than trying to get it exactly in the center, because when you have 4 marks going in there, you can't really tell where the exact center is. So I like to make a little square, even though it's got rounded sides. Make a little square and then run a ruler between the where the points intersect on the corners of the square, and then that center point should give you your exact center. Now, once I drill this out, I guess we'll find out if I was right or not. But it should be good to go. I have to do 2 of them. I only have 1 here right now, so we'll see how that goes. But hopefully that helps you if you got something that's circular and you're trying to make it exact. Especially if it's going on something spinning. Like could be like a custom chain wheel, or who knows what. Anything to do with a wheel. When it's spinning, you don't want to get your hole slightly off center, so then it wobbles back and forth. So that's always worked for me. So let me know if it works for you.